Hey guys, welcome! This in my opinion is Thermaltake's best mechanical keyboard yet. It's also a keyboard with voice control. Yes, you've heard it, voice control. So this, my friends, is the TT Premium X1 RGB. There are two versions out there, one with classic Cherry Max blue switches and one with silver switches. Honestly, I would have really liked to take a look at these silver switches, but whatever. Also, I have received the German key layout here. There of course are others available as well. Right now you could pick this X1 RGB up for about $125 depending on where you shop. So this clearly is more of an upper tier keyboard. In terms of looks, I really have to give Thermaltake, or rather TT Premium, props. It's how I want my keyboard to look like, plain and minimalistic. Also, the magnetically attaching wrist rest is a very welcome addition. The RGB lighting is looking pretty damn good too. As I've said before, tactile clicky Cherry Max blue switches is what we're getting here. I'm just wondering why there aren't any red or brown versions available with Thermaltake keyboards. But then again, lots of people love blue switches. The specs seem almost perfect, and I was really surprised by the huge 4 MB of onboard memory. Very unexpected. The typing feel is exactly what I expect from blue switches. Definitely pleasant, even though brown ones are my personal favorite. Now take a short listen. Also included is this keycap puller and some really gorgeous red metallic keycaps. Just to let you guys know, the top plate and wrist rest are out of plastic, but the build quality sure is fantastic here. On the bottom there are two different stands, smaller as well as bigger ones, so you have a choice. Some of you probably noticed the cable is nylon braided and quite thick. That's because this X1 RGB is also equipped with USB and audio pass-throughs. Now in the keyboard itself we do get dedicated media keys and some secondary function media keys as well. Besides, you have a lot of control over stuff like profiles, lighting effects, speed, colors, and so on and so forth. A feature I personally quite like is the full keyboard lock function. On the top there is the so-called game mode button, brightness control, and of course the win lock button. Now as for the software, to make sure everything works properly, set the language accordingly to your keyboard's layout. In my case, I have to go for German. The software has tons of customization options to offer, key assignments, macros, and some amazing RGB lighting control, also compatible with TT RGB Sync, so you could synchronize different RGB products by Thermaltake. What some of you probably are quite interested in is the voice control aspect of the X1 RGB, right? Well, even though it's more of a gimmick, it's pretty cool and sci-fi-like, I gotta admit. In the X1 RGB app, besides voice control, colors and effects can be controlled the more usual way too, and an interesting addition is the virtual controller. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this keyboard. It's built well, has lots of cool features and functions to offer, even though I don't really think I'd ever use my smartphone to control any of my peripherals. It's more of a gimmick to me, an unnecessary one, but certainly a cool one. Other than that, typing is a super pleasant experience all in all, and the RGB lighting is gorgeous. Some neat effects to choose from as well. At the end of the day, is this keyboard worth your $125? I don't know, to be honest. It's up to you really. It's up there in the league of Cooler Master's MK750, only a little cheaper. However, at this price point, I'd like to see some more Switch variants available. Still, I can definitely recommend this TT Premium X1 RGB keyboard. I'm giving it silver, simply because there are only blue and silver switches out there. And with that said, thanks for watching.